Now, therefore, why are we focusing on millets? If you ask me, I would just put it on 7 different scores. One, globally, in the context of Russia and Ukraine war, everybody says food security. Everybody should get food. There should not be a scarcity of food, and there should not be difficulties in trading globally on food. If Ukraine produces more grains, it should be available for export. But because of the war now, it's not available, causing insecurity of food in some parts. But I'm taking it a bit further, saying food security is important, but nutritional security is what India is moving towards. We are almost self-sufficient in most of the grains that we grow, most of the pulses that we grow. But nutrition is what government is now looking at building up. And therefore, coarse grains, everybody did highlight, gluten-free, very rich in fiber, easy to digest, pro-health, and so on. So nutritional security, if it has to be achieved in India, it is only possible by focusing on millets. The next point is, for achieving nutritional security, we have to take a lot of measures. But what does it actually give us? It strongly builds upon the Atmanirbhar Bharat point. We don't need to seek nutritious food from outside. A couple of years ago, we had a fad. People were importing quinoa from somewhere in Latin America. Quinoa is also a coarse grain. It was a high fashion food. We need quinoa because it's good for the health. There are many quinoas in India. They may be called different names, but quinoa they are, or even better. So we need to have Atmanirbharta even in the point of getting good, healthy, nutritious grain grown in India. Third, there is a clear benefit for women in growing coarse grains. So the women's participation and bringing more women to deal with, I heard one of the representatives who at the beginning of this program, as much as farmers were giving the input, asking what is in this for women? Women's participation in growing millets is something which is noteworthy, and we can bring them together under the name of FPOs also to have storage facility created and also to engage in processing of coarse grains. So it enables women's participation. Fourth, value addition is highly possible and has not been tried at all. I was glad to hear the Honorable Chief Minister say that other than the textile and other things that we're doing, I'll make sure that Kalyan Karnataka will get a food processing based on millets, and that would bring in a lot more jobs for women. And in that, during the Atmanirbhar Bharat announcement, we had made an announcement for those who will set up food processing units, and a complete tax exemption, income tax exemption is given on the profits that they earn for the first 5 years. So if you set up a food processing unit and when you start earning profit out of it, for 5 years, you're given tax exemption. So I would think it's a good thing for people to come and set up food processing, particularly millet processing units, particularly in these 7 districts which are rich in growing millets. Then it creates more employment. You want jobs. These are the ways in which we can create jobs. Both the center and the state can work well with that idea. Then it involves a lot of startups. I heard quite a few earlier speakers suggest that students who are in this research institution, agricultural university, should also link up with startups to see how their idea or a product of their research can be formulated to become a commercial proposition. So do work together with startups to convert your lab-based idea to become a commercial proposition through the innovations that the startups can bring in. This gives me the opportunity to draw the startups also. They are here. They've been doing a lot of consultation in the last 2 days. So it gives us an opportunity to bring in innovative ways of dealing with millets, cleaning them, processing them, packaging them, storing them, certifying them, and also exporting them, and also promoting it as a brand in the country. Then finally, in climate conscious world today, millets are the one which are going to be helpful because they consume far less water. They can be grown in dry, arid areas, and also for farmers who are not well endowed with irrigation. If there is poor irrigation, millets are your answer. So the 7 different justifiable reasons why the focus should be on millets.